Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're entering the world of creativity, and I'm going to be giving you some archetypes in terms of creators. Normally, whenever you're thinking about content creation, the typical mind thinks two things. They think consumer or creator. Now, at a general level, these two are true. A consumer is someone that is taking in content, while a creator is someone that is creating content. In this dynamic that we have right now, I am the creator and you are the consumer. Now, after a couple of years, you may be in this weird stage where you're like, I'm tired of being so passive like a consumer. That's all I do. I go on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and I just take in stuff. But I don't want to be quite as active as a creator. Are there any other options? I'm here to tell you the answer is yes. And in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down 3 different archetypes that you may not have heard of, but you're still familiar with. The first one is what I call a curator. Before I started ArmaniTalks, I used to run this one fitness page that dealt with like athletic workouts. And at that time, your boy was an anon, which means that I wouldn't show my face. So I was in this pickle because I needed fitness content, but I wasn't showing my face. So what I did was I began to hit up different athletic influencers that were working out. I DM'd them and I'm like, hey, can I post these videos, some of these videos on my page? Some of these folks left me on red. Some flat out said no. And other people were like, sure, go ahead. But make sure you tag me, okay? So I took their hot video, I posted it on my page, and slowly what began to happen was that a synergistic relationship emerged. What happened was these creators were getting more exposure. I was getting content, and now the audience members, rather than going to completely different pages to get entertaining athletic videos, they could just come to one location where all the videos were centralized. This was a win-win-win relationship. To become a curator, you need 2 things. One is that you need a theme, and 2 is that you need ethics. A theme is very important because there are billions of content on the internet, and you don't want to be one of those feeds that's just getting, just aimlessly posting content. You want a theme, fitness theme, communication skills theme, self-improvement theme, new mommy theme. You get the point. The next thing you want to do is you also want ethics. You want to ask these people for permission. Hey, is it okay if I post your content piece on my page? And not only do you post it, you tag the person's handle so they're capable of getting more exposure. So now this becomes a great business partnership into the future. This is known as the curator. The next one is known as the remixer. There was this one day when I posted this 1,200 word blog post on 8 traits of a leader. Now, I'm very much aware that everyone doesn't have the time to read a 1,200 word blog post, but oh well, I was like, take it or leave it. One day, there was this guy that hit me up on my Twitter DMs, and what he did was he got the 8 traits from that blog post and he turned it into an Instagram image. Now, rather than spending all this time, you could just look at the image and you will get the same useful value. This is a person that remixed original content. Now, the thing with the remixer is that you need to be able to spot the big points within a content piece, and you need technical knowledge. So here's my prediction. You know what coding was in 2009? I believe that will be remixers in 2029. I think remixers have a lot of possibilities in the upcoming market because there's a lot of these brand builders that don't necessarily have the time to remix their own content. If you can come and be like, hey, I know you have this 1 hour long YouTube video. How about this? I will watch this entire video and I will give you 15 clips out of that. This brand builder is gonna love you for it. In the future, if you see a brand builder that's pulling in a lot of revenue, you could work out some sort of deal. Be like, hey, how about you give me 1% and we work project by project. We'll see where this takes us. A remixer in 2029 will be identical to what a coder was in terms of demand in 2009. And the final one is the commentator. The commentator is something that you may already see nowadays. This is a person that provides an alternate viewpoint on original content. Now, I believe a lot of people are doing this in an incorrect way. What I see a lot are reaction channels that are stirring up drama. They'll pretty much watch someone else's content, take them out of context, make fun of them the entire time, and they're not really thinking long term. They're not thinking like a boss. They're thinking like a bot. I believe if you understand like the commentator role, you can be very powerful because people like different perspectives. They just want to be represented fairly. So hypothetically, let's say you just got done watching the president giving a speech. Now on your channel, you provide feedback, analysis, and a critique of that speech. Hey Armani, is commenting and commentating the same thing? Not quite. I believe commenting is a warm-up to commentating. So what is commenting? Let's say you're liking this video. In the comment section, you write something, you provide some feedback. This is a very punchy way to get involved into the creation mode. But commentating is something that there's more spotlight on you. You don't just write one paragraph, you have a series of thoughts in one content piece. This is more so a blog entry, a newsletter, a YouTube video, and much more. And you want to know a cool little 4D hack? You can commentate your own creations. There's been plenty of times in my YouTube channel where I get one of these books and I get a chapter from it and I provide a different perspective on it. So let's say in one of the books, the chapter is called Why Discipline Leads to Happiness. And in the book, I'm giving a logical explanation of why discipline leads to happiness. But in the YouTube video, the commentary, what I do is I share an anecdote. This anecdote is less logical in nature, but more emotional in nature, different perspective. So there are a lot of different ways you can participate in the content space, and you can mix and match a lot of them. The few ones that we discussed in today's episode includes the curator. This person is responsible for creating beautiful, elegant feeds. And in order to be a curator, you need a theme and you need ethics. The next one that we spoke about was the remixer. The remixer is capable of getting original content, spotting the big points, and using some technical skills to create something brand new. And the commentator is someone that is getting the content and providing an alternate viewpoint on the content. So there's no excuse. There's a lot of different ways that you can participate. So don't be on the sidelines, just watching and twiddling your thumbs. Get in the battlefield and participate. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you next time.